Hello and welcome to this episode of the Dayo Samuel Mastery Session. In this episode, I want to share with you how to overcome the fear of death. Lately, due to COVID-19 and a lot of civil unrest around, and with a lot of things that are going on everywhere around the world, death is almost a daily discussion in the media today. And I've been having clients share their worries with me privately, and I thought this episode might be helpful to you. If death has been something that has been disturbing you, particularly if you've been battling the fear of death, maybe you are finding it uneasy to sleep, or you are having flashes in the night about death, this particular episode is going to be helpful to you. And there are three things that I'm going to share with you in this particular episode. If you are afraid of death, what you need to understand is the fact that fear doesn't come from the facts. Fear comes from the story you are telling yourself about what you think the facts are. As the media reports the number of deaths that are occurring per day, as they say that so number of bodies died from so and so incidents or so and so thing happened, and then this number of persons died, those are facts of the incidents. But they really don't have power except you now translate what is happening into a narrative that you begin to tell yourself. And as you begin to tell yourself such stories, it begins to create emotional pain for you. It is at that point that fear then creeps in, and then you begin to doubt your own existence and your ability to continue to live. So fear doesn't really come from the facts that things are happening. It comes from the stories that you are telling yourself about what is currently happening. Now, number two is that of your media consumption. Knowing that every story you tell yourself finds a source somewhere outside of yourself. Whatever story it is you're telling yourself, the source is coming from outside of yourself. So if you are afraid of death, and you are currently telling yourself stories around the fact, maybe you are telling yourself that, oh, this particular person has died, so what if death comes close to me, or what if death happens to me? Or maybe like a client recently told me that I'm not fit to live, I'm not worthy of living anymore. I just want to quickly get out of this world because something will eventually happen to me. That story you're telling yourself is not coming from only within yourself. The story is coming from the media, the kind of things you are consuming. So maybe you are following social media, maybe you are listening to the news, maybe you are reading articles or reading content, just absorbing all of this plenty information. That will continue to create fear for you. And having been an advocate of media consumption control, one of the things I need to help you understand here is anytime you consume bad news, it stimulates your amygdala so that it becomes easier for you to notice negative things around you. So when you pay attention to maybe a conspiracy theory, it begins to stimulate your amygdala unconsciously, because of course, as you take things in, your mind is working with whatever it is you're taking in, and as your mind is working with it, because your mind doesn't know what is real and what's not real, it begins to instantly produce chemicals within your body that makes you be on the alert, that makes you now start noticing whatever negative things are going on around you. So if you can, I'm going to recommend to you that you control your media consumption. And number three is for you to check scenarios in your life. Now, you may be wondering, what does scenarios mean? Well, according to my own definition, scenarios are practically events that color how you perceive reality. And by scenarios, I'm referring to events that have happened in your life that shape how you perceive current reality. So maybe it's a trauma, maybe it's an accident, maybe it's an abuse, maybe it's some domestic violence, maybe it's some psychological abuse, maybe it's even gaslighting, or whatever it is that may have happened. What you need to pay attention to is all of these scenarios that may have gone on in your life. How are they currently influencing your perception of reality? So check the scenarios in your life. Maybe somebody died. You need to also consider, if somebody has died before, what is the probability that you may die? And what you then want to do is you want to work on reimprinting the memories you have attached to those scenarios. So if anytime, anywhere you remember that so and so person died and instantly you feel negative, you want to work on reimprinting the memories by superimposing it with something positive. So if at any point you remember that somebody died and you certainly feel down, you want to jack yourself out of that and instantly create a more positive picture in your own mind. As you keep doing that, as you keep doing it consistently, you start helping your brain to create new neural networks that now help you to create new associations with those memories. These are things that I walk through with my clients in a more therapeutic, more process kind of way. So if you like me to walk you through that, you can check the link in the description below to actually schedule a free call with me. The call happens over Zoom, so you are not needing to leave your house or travel. So it's COVID-19 safe, all right? So I hope that this is helpful to you. If you have questions that you would like to ask, please ask them in the comments below, and I'm going to be answering you. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm going to see you next time.